So we have another story of a, white supremacist devil, because that's exactly what he is, out of North Carolina. Now, he was sentenced Monday to federal prison for violating the Fair Housing Act when he terrorized a black family in 2014. So this white supremacist's name was Douglas Matthew Gerkins of Greenville, and he will spend 28 months in federal prison for violating the FHA. It say which makes it illegal to threaten a person's housing rights based on race. Now, he was charged with one count of criminal interference with the Fair Housing Act. In July, he pled guilty August 6, 2020, to driving to a black woman's Greenville, North Carolina home and yelling racial slurs at her and her 4 children. He said he also admitted he told the family that they didn't belong in the home and brandished a metal rod and threatened to shoot them. Now, the family moved out of the neighborhood just days after the incident. Now, of course, the prosecutor in this particular case, he was with the Civil Rights Division with the Department of Justice, and he was talking about, this isn't right. This shouldn't be going on in the United States. People can live wherever they want to live. The race of people shouldn't even matter. He also says this offender terrorized an entire family by threatening to kill black American parents and their 4 children and others because of their race. See, this kind of cruel terror has no place in the United States of America, and the U.S. Department of Justice will remain vigilant in prosecuting anyone who interferes with any family's, housing rights. Now, I said over the past 4 years, this particular white supremacist had threatened other black families in the same Greenville neighborhood. And they said that during those times, he was charged of making threats, but he never went to jail. He was stalking people and everything. So it took all to this point. The federal government had to send him to jail, but he was doing this in a local level and no one did anything. Now, the FBI, also came out and said there's no way to undo the damage Gerkins did to the families with his hateful, repulsive, and violent behavior. He says the FBI hopes, he said today's prison sentence can provide some sort of comfort. He said no one should ever be targeted or threatened because of the color of their skin, especially in their own homes. And, that part, I do agree with that. Then none of these white supremacists need to be coming to your home, threatening you, telling you to leave a neighborhood. Once again, as we talked about the story with the sister with the chainsaw, black folks have to protect themselves. Black women, you have to protect yourself as well. I am seeing more and more black women, protecting themselves. They're, exercising their Second Amendment rights. They're joining gun clubs. They're doing things legally. I see more and more black women doing that. And, you have to do that, because you can't depend on the police. Black men can't depend on the police either. You know what I'm saying? So you have to have somewhere to protect yourself. That's the only thing I'm saying, because these white supremacists can't be running you out your house. Forget that. Like I say, when they made his, they'll make yours too when it comes to protecting yourself. And you have a God-given right to protect your family at all times. Because see, these people, they try to mess with black people because they think that, a lot of us, all we're going to do is pray to white Jesus and not defend ourselves. But no. We have to protect our family at all costs, because look how long this guy was doing this before something happened. Even though he got in trouble with the feds, he still was out there messing with black folk because they too bold, because they feel that we're not going to do anything. All we're going to do is just let them terrorize us. And that's what they love. They love to terrorize us and have us living in fear. Don't be living in fear of none of these people at all. You don't fear no one but God. You definitely don't fear no white supremacists. Protect your babies at all costs. Protect yourself. That's what we got to say on this story. He going to jail. He ain't going to jail long. 28 months is not going to be long for him. That's not really a long sentence to get him off the street. Why can't he get 10 years, 20 years for what he was doing? It was terroristic threats. He brandishing things. That's not a good set. Even though he pled guilty, he did plead guilty, but still, it's not long enough. Well, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about this particular story. With this family, these white supremacists did go to jail, but I'm telling you, these white supremacists are definitely target black women. And these stories, like I said, that we were reporting on, today is definitely showing that.